A week ago, Russia looked like it was building a global anti-West network. Today, that network looks a lot shakier. Let's break it down. Because Iran is facing its biggest wave of unrest in years, and at the exact same time, Russia just lost a major partner in Venezuela after Nicolás Maduro was captured in a US operation. So here's the real question. Is this a threat to the United States or a strategic win for Washington? The protests in Iran started as an economic eruption. Currency collapse, crushing inflation, and a sense that the system only works for people at the top. Reports say the unrest began around Tehran's bazaar and then spread rapidly across the country. Rights groups have reported dozens killed, and Iran has responded with arrests and, reportedly, tightening information control, including internet restrictions. And now the regime is trying a classic move: a relief package. But when a government offers the equivalent of a few dollars a month in vouchers while prices are exploding, it doesn't fix the core problem. It can actually backfire because it signals weakness. Now, I'm Imran, a Middle East-based analyst, and I want to keep this neutral and practical. So let's talk geopolitics. Why this matters to Putin. Russia's influence strategy has leaned on a few partners that create pressure points: Iran in the Middle East, drones and logistics, energy cooperation, and strategic depth. Venezuela in the Americas, symbolic reach and oil alignment. If Iran becomes unstable, Russia loses a major force multiplier. Even if the regime survives, prolonged unrest limits Tehran's ability to project power, fund allies, or coordinate effectively with Moscow. And it's not just politics, it's money. Russia has invested heavily in energy ties with Iran. A weakened Iran means uncertainty. Contracts, projects, access all become fragile. Is this a threat to the USA? Short term, it can be dangerous. When a major state faces large unrest, the risk is miscalculation, harsh crackdowns, external diversion, or escalation with neighbors. But strategically, from a US perspective, Iran's instability can also look like an opening. It weakens a key adversarial partnership. It shifts Tehran from regional player to internal crisis manager. It signals to other countries that pressure works. However, here's the catch: regime stress doesn't automatically produce outcomes Washington likes. It can produce fragmentation, internal power struggles, and unpredictable security behavior. That's not a clean win. And you also have the US factor. President Trump has publicly warned Iran against violent suppression, implying consequences. Whether you see that as deterrence or provocation, it narrows Tehran's room to maneuver. What to watch next? 3 signals. Does unrest keep spreading or plateau? Sustained nationwide momentum is a different game. Do elites split? The most dangerous moment for any regime is when insiders lose confidence. Does Iran escalate externally? Sometimes governments try to shift the narrative outward. Bottom line, this doesn't mean Tehran collapses tomorrow, but it does mean Putin's wider strategy is under pressure, and the US is watching closely. Now tell me what you think. Is Iran's unrest more likely to weaken Russia's position or create a bigger regional threat the US can't control? If you want more calm, fast breakdowns like this, like, subscribe, and share. It genuinely helps the channel grow.